Please do me a favor. Go out and buy a fistful of Dutch Masters tomorrow, will you, just to thank them for letting me do these commercials, because I think they're just great. I mean, not the commercials, but the people. All right, we bring you now our second guest. Panel, take a good look. This is a member of the female gender. And with that to start with, I will tell you that the people at home will know just what Miss X has done so that they can laugh at your mistakes.
Our guest is Miss Elaine Shepherd, a reporter for the Women's News Service, who was the only accredited women press representative accompanying President Eisenhower on his global tour.
I need a brand name. All right. Now that everyone knows at home what she has done, it will not be necessary to get her by name, but we would like to know, as we always do, just what she has appeared in the newspapers for. You have $50, and here, panel, is your first clue. And a good eyes and marks to you. Junius Delius with the day's happening. Here are the late headlines of tomorrow morning's scrolls. New wave of assassinations sweeps Forum. Caesar makes goodwill tour of Gaul. Senate committee probes payola among gladiators. More news in just 20 days. A word from our sponsor. Bring in the Q scrolls, please. Hey, fellas. Stepping out formal tonight? Well, if you are, don't forget to rent your black tie toga from Antonio Martinius's Toga Rental Service. All Antonio Martinius's merchandise are backed by his famous slogan, I dreamt I went to the chariot races in my made-in-the-Forum toga. Martinius Toga Rental shops are found in all principal cities of the empire. In Rome, in Athens, and in Cicero, the number is Bigelow 1-73900. And now, back to the news.
Fire, but a bulletus.
A bulletus. Bulletum. Bulletis. Look. This special bulletin from the Highway Praetorium. Westbound traffic along the Appian Freeway is temporarily congested due to a collision between a chariot and one of Hannibal's elephants. Drivers are cautioned to use alternate routes. And now, back to the news. No, we're on the air. We're on the air.
Oh, sorry.
Here's a special sports flash from the Circus Maximus. End of third period, score Gladiators nothing, Lions 8. Well, 8 well. Eaten, isn't it?
Very English.
Let us begin our round of questioning with CESAR Romero.
May I say that I got absolutely nothing from that clue, because I'm sure it has nothing to do with broadcasting.
Let's
right?
keep it that way. That's right.
It has nothing to do with broadcasting.
Nothing.
Nothing. Does this thing that you participated in, did it take place in some sort of a meeting house where people get together, government people get together?
It's reasonably well put.
Reasonably well put.
For you.
For me, yes.
You were there, he said so.
Just a minute. Edith, my dear.
Now you have a fresh girl, you have fresh kissing clues. What is this?
She's not so fresh.
What?
We were back there for quite some time, dear. Nothing happened.
I see. This, of course, had nothing to do with anything Roman,
Greek, Carthaginian.
classic. No? Partially to do with Roman, anything Roman or Italian?
Well, not specifically. That is not our specific intent.
I don't think you're on the right track, but I can't say no.
With those clues, did you understand that one?
I thought they were amusing.
Captain, what are you doing after the show, my dear? Oh, yes, the Susan.
The lady was as gracious as she is beautiful.
Oh, what a snide
That's
remark.
just a friendly beginning, that's all, Annie.
Mr. Conreid is not handicapped for the knowledge of the facts.
No, he's not. And if he has that type in any higher, it'll be in his lips.
Have you completed your amusing references to my person, sir?
Yes, I have accosted you for the last time this evening.
Miss, please. Has it to do, per se, with Rome itself now?
No.
May I ask, are you a performer? Have we ever worked together?
Let's keep our personal lives out of it.
Have you appeared in the theater?
It would be irrelevant at this point, but I have, yes.
Yes, we saw a show together, remember? That's what. Oh, there's your end of the one. And now we have $100 for you, that is. And is that nice?
Sure.
Of course, there's a deduction. But now let us go to clue 2.
What is the question?
Luella! A ship! See it? A ship! Look!
But they'll never see us from here. You've got to wave something.
You're right. We've got to wave something at them. They're too far away. What can we wave?
No. We'll wait till a ship comes in closer to the island.
There's your second clue. Caesar?
I'm further away than ever.
So was the ship. That's why we had all that trouble.
Did this thing that you do, did it take place in the Middle West?
No.
No? In California?
No.
Oh, well, getting back to members of government, does it include council members of a city or a town?
No.
It doesn't,
Well, I don't think so.
Edith, well, say no. It saves time. Edith? Say yes, it saves time.
Did this have anything to do with being stranded?
Anything but.
Well, naturally, of course, because they were stranded. On a desert island, you know, it had to be. Did it have anything to do with clothing, dressmaking?
No.
You're taking these clues too seriously, my dear. No, there is a clue. There's a positive clue there. And
You'll explain it all to us after the
naturally,
show.
Naturally.
May I?
Please.
Miss, did this happen at sea? Was there any association with the sea or ocean or...
Partially.
Partially.
It was in the clue.
So that's
Never
why
been that way before.
Oh, yeah. They're not playing fair, you
No,
know. We're in the hands of blackguards. Did this happen within the last month?
Oh, wait a minute.
Possibly we will
I can hardly wait for the third clue, Miss X. You know, this will... Oh.
I'm willing to wait right now. I'll happily see the third clue.
Wait till you see the third clue, Hans. Let's give them the third clue. You have $150. If they miss this, and there's every indication that they will, you'll have $300. Here, ladies and gentlemen, or gentlemen.
So that's good for you, Ernie.
Let's use our own jokes, shall we? Here is your third clue.
We had it. The lady took a trip. She's...
No. Ocean trip?
Around the world in an airplane. She went round the world in a bottle. A large bottle.
Caesar, there is your...
sold.
Caesar, he's the only one not talking, and it's his turn. How come? Caesar, my dear, speak.
It has nothing to do with a trip.
It does.
This is a trip that you made?
Yes, I did.
By sea?
Partially.
Partially.
Nellie Bly, she ain't.
Did you also go by air?
Partially.
Did you also walk?
Yes. But that wouldn't have anything to do directly with the issue.
Well, she walked from ship to shore, from plane to plank, and so forth. Yes. Edith, my dear.
Did you drive?
No, I didn't.
Was this over a long distance?
Yes,
More than 3,000 miles?
quite a bit more.
Around the world?
Not quite.
Up and down
Go that
around
far, you might as well go all the way.
Did you go somewhere and come back?
Yes.
You saw the
Well,
cruise?
that's why she's here, you see. She returned. All right, if the other...
The lady has made a remarkable trip. That's all we can say for her.
Nice. That's what
Pity
you
that
show up
this
every
one that
week
she
for?
made down to the studio tonight has been more profitable for us than seeing the lady's beauty and charm. We are lost, Ernie. We must confess it. Are you willing to throw in the towel, as it were?
Is there another cruise?
Is there anything
Did you go
else?
to Italy?
Yes, I did.
You went to Italy.
Yes.
Had nothing to do with Rome, I thought.
Well,
May I interrupt this flow of low IQ type humor? This my stumbling, fumbling trio is Miss Elaine Shepherd, a reporter for the Women's News Service, who was the only, I repeat that, the only accredited woman press representative accompanying President Eisenhower on his global tour.
On the hotel.
We will have a moment to talk with Miss Shepherd. However, in order for us to do this properly, we first must have you stand by so that you will see what we are trying to sell, so that you won't go away, and then you'll stay to hear Miss Shepherd, thereby staying all
Light, shadow, perfectly combined to make a masterpiece. That was the hallmark of the famous Dutch master, Rembrandt. So it is with modern Dutch masters. Light, sunlight, the clear, rich fragrance of tobaccos ripened by a tropical sun, and shadow, the cool, refreshing mildness of shade-grown tobaccos, are perfectly combined to make Dutch masters' clear, cool blend. Light up. Savor the clear, rich fragrance of sunlight, the cool, refreshing mildness of shade. Dutch Masters, from end to end, a clear, cool blend. 7 sizes from 2 for a quarter to 25 cents each. Try the slim, extra-long Panetela styled for the man with a modern outlook. Where else can you buy a masterpiece for just a few pennies more? Next time, step up to finer smoking pleasure with Dutch Masters, the fine cigar.
Miss Shepherd and panel, I know that there are many interesting things that you have to tell us. I'm sure that the most obvious thing would be to ask you what is the most interesting thing that happened to you on this exciting trip with the 81 other men.
Actually,
No, let me rephrase that. Let's just say on the trip.
it would be impossible to single out any particular incident because it was all simply glorious. It's a great honor to travel with the President of the United States anytime, but this was, as you know from reading the magazines and newspapers, quite historic. And actually, it was an extraordinary ratio. There were 83 male correspondents, and when we rested for 3 days by
I should
cruising...
think so.
No, but we did cruise the Mediterranean, and when Barbara Eisenhower was the only woman aboard the Des Moines, and I was the only woman aboard the Essex.
How many men were on the Essex?
3,130.
Golly.
And it felt very strange last night to be an extra woman at dinner. But there were many bizarre idiocies and lots of Kipling-like pomp and ceremony, and actually...
You had an incident where you wanted to see the head of protocol in some particular country.
Oh, yes.
What was that?
Afghanistan was... they had an answer to Max Sennett that day. We had a wild ride in from the airport, 50 miles to the capital, which is Kabul, and it's quite a chore keeping up with the elite White House press corps, so I thought I would corner His Majesty before anyone else did. And I went up to one little Afghan and said, where is your chief of protocol? And he talked to a series of other people, said, this woman has a problem. And they couldn't imagine what a woman was doing along anyway, and so finally somebody with great big brown eyes slipped up to me and put his nose against mine and said,
You have to go to the ladies' room.
Good night. Good night. Good night, Miss Shepherd. Good night, panel. Happy New Year.
Take a good look. Brought to you by Dutch Masters. Skillfully blended to give you cool, clear, mild taste. Next time, step up to final smoking pleasure with Dutch Masters, the fine cigar.